It's your boy Jenkar, guys, and I am back with another Dissidia video. And I have to let you guys know, I'm a meme tard. It's as simple as that, 100%. I have this thing about taking weird, dumb comps that were created, and I keep using them. In this case, specifically, I'm not sure if you've heard, but Ida, she has this ability that if she HP attacks and breaks somebody, she gets another turn. So I take advantage of that with Sephiroth, with his burst effect. Specifically says that after every turn of any reason whatsoever, it puts everybody's brave back to 1. So in that case, we specifically bring Garnet because she has a bunch of follow-up, bunch of auras. I'm always hitting cap. And from there, I bring up a bunch of calls in order to protect the party. The biggest thing here is that the ads are the biggest pain here. Within thresholds, they will do HP attacks to your party. The thresholds are, I believe, 79%, 49%, and 29%, I believe, yes. And then, at 10%, I mean 9%, Kefka will specifically use a Light of Judgment, which is an AoE HP attack. But the thing is for the mannequins themselves, if you kill them before you hit those thresholds, they don't use their skills. So just do AoEs a lot. In the case of what's happening here, I was like, alright, it ticks down 2 things per actions, and I look at this and I'm like, oh no, there's 2 turns. And I wanted to get Leo up to do this, to do extra damage and stuff. So I kind of looked at this and just said, well, no choice, let's go into it. From there, I just go through Sephiroth's burst, which, you know, doesn't do loads of damage, but it does quite a bit with Garnet on the field. So obviously, you start with Scintilla, you go into Black Materia, and depending upon how you want to do it, you can use single target, which is Octoslash. It has 3 dumps, or you just use group. You just use Fervent Blow. In this case, I opt to just kind of do a little bit of both. I focus them down because as soon as they get under 79%, I want them dead. I just want them dead. It's just the easiest way to deal with this fight, and I implore people, if you are going to be hyper aggressive, kill the ads. Like, I mean, it's one thing if you want to just like kind of ignore them and you have a way to deal with that, that's great. I didn't. I just kind of had Rydia, and that was my defense. So, and obviously as soon as Leo comes up, we're going to start doing some stuff here. So it's a bit awkward with what's happening here because I think they get a few turns here or there or something like that. Yeah, so specifically here, it was just Rydia's call makes it so that you can evade 3 attacks, which is really great. But if you, yeah, because see, the thing is that C and A will always use either Havoc Wing or Trine. Trine is the absolute devil here because it has HP attack disable. Really, really crappy. Trine, it's Trine, who cares? There's 3. And the orb here is to have 5 or more stacks for either buff, overhead, or I believe it's burst. Someone said burst to me. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but the orb won't go down at all, so it'll stick around at 13. So here, Garnet is literally here for auras, and to heal. The HP requirement is actually 65,000, which I thought was kind of crazy, actually. Like, I was really surprised. So you could probably just stick there and just do a VV run, just sit at 1 HP. See, no one was there. As soon as that threshold happens, though, he will resummon them. So you just kind of gotta deal with it. Leo Call is really, really, really good, especially if you know, want to do some stonk stuff. So in the case of what's happening here is that obviously you see keep re-breaking over and over and over again is whatever, because, you know, they can't be delayed, which is fine when you just keep taking turns. Ida is basically I'm gonna call her a budget Terra at this point, but it's all about juggling your turns and doing things that, well, Terra just goes Chaos Wave, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so Garnet's just like, alright, let's go. So I'm pretty sure just Eternal Darkness get everyone's HP back up, and I move on with my life. Yeah, so just get everyone's HP back up, stick in a nice nice and pretty turns. Everyone's at max health, and I really wish that before I had done this, I had brought a Laguna friend. This would have went so much better. Had Laguna friend swap out for Garnet and just kind of just went with it. Because Sephiroth, because everyone kind of keeps everyone alive. So here is where things begin. So, oh no, I wasn't fully prepared here. So I go straight into this, and I think I had a few more. I let one rotation go through. If not, I just nope. I just go straight into it. So HP attack, and she'll get 2 more turns. So you HP attack, use a skill, then you HP attack, then you use a skill. Since I am an Ifrit, you use a 6-side star, and you start burrowing your way to victory. Look at that, 1.1 million damage from it. LD that did like 700,000 originally. It's pretty strong, and honestly, this is the fight. We're basically done. Like, there's nothing to worry about here. He's never gonna get another turn. Like, he's gonna get 1 attack off from here on out. The mannequins are gone. It's 56%, so I'm just gonna keep going. So it'll alternate between HP attack and skill. HP attack and skill. Like I mentioned before, the turn limit is 55, and I just kind of went, oh, okay. I thought I was gonna get a heck of a lot closer than I did, because for a while I didn't run YOGURTROTH because of the part that turn order was such a big problem, because Yida wasn't doing enough. Leo Call helps mitigate that. Garnet helps mitigate that. Just from auras, just from the follow-ups, and if Ida was C90, things would be completely different. She'd have an Uwu, she'd be stacking out like 250,000 for HP attack. Like, it would just be ludicrous. Like, I'm just so excited to just bring out like an old tech. Because, like, because if you remember, like, some of the biggest, like, techs that you had for characters that composition very well, like, you had Terra Yang. Terra Yang is great. Terra Yang core, you just kill everything. Just follow-ups forever. And then you had Sid Range, you had Aphmau, and you had Bartz. So, specifically, Sid Range would get his stuff up, and then he'd cycle through, and Aphmau would bring her LD up, look at Reigns, and just let it go. Bartz is just sitting there and over in the corner, just jerking himself with, his burst effects and having mastery, having his C65 up and whatever call it is, and he just sits there. He just never takes a turn, and you just cycle through. But the biggest downside about this fight, which I was really sad to see, was that they are not able to be knocked back, which would have been really fun here to test out Leo's call. Like, I mean, Leo's call is ludicrous. Like, this is right here. I just checked to see how many turns there are. I was like, oh, well, crap. I guess I'm good. I win. like that point right there was exactly what I knew. I win, because every time Ida does all of her skills and stuff, and I believe it's her HP attack, or HP attack increases the turns on her buffs, so she just keeps stacking them and stacking them, stacking them. I have in fact seen all of her buffs on her go up to 99 turns before. Granted, you know, I didn't finish the fight within turn requirements, but man, it was funny to see. I think I went, like, I grabbed a burrito, I made some coffee, I think I went to the restroom, like, it was a fun, crazy time. But so as you know, kill the ads, you move on with your life. Like, 32%, I was like, oh crap, that's kind of close, so I just HP attack A, and then probably just EX, move on with my life. Yeah, looks like what I did here. And then from there, it's literally cake. There's nothing really more to say at this point. Like, it's just so funny that an old strat like this, I think, it's been like, how many months has it been since Eateroth, or as I affectionately like to call it, YOGURTROTH, because someone took a picture of Sephiroth stabbing Aerith with a sword, and I was like, YOGURTROTH. I don't know where the yogurt part came from, but it's just stuck for me, and I kind of just live with it, and it'll never ever ever go away. And oh man, I just feel Clay just looking at me and shaking his head in disappointment for me. I will have a second fight coming up for this, probably in the next day or two. I will be running my true team, which originally, when I saw this event, and I actually was kind of worried, because these requirements are actually a bit wonky. Like, every time CRN comes around, all of his fights suck. They always suck. Like, CRN, when he first came out with his LD, he was during the Sephiroth batch, which was like Reno, Rude, like, they were just tough fights. Like, I believe that these were the bears that, like, you can't take so many turns with them, and they just, like, had ludicrous shields and stuff. It was just ridiculous. But, like, now you have this really weird fight. This fight is just bonkers weird. Like, it's... And there's a lot of attacks that you can't dodge. There's a lot of things you can't do. Like, the biggest way to do it is just to kill. Kill, 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 kill. And it's all about, like, killing the ads. Like, it's very reminiscent to the mummy fights that you've seen in either Abyss or Transcendence, that if you don't have them under, like, the ads under a certain threshold, like, they just instant kill character. It's just no going around. They just instant kill a character. In this case, we just kind of go with it, and it's not instant kill, but you have to kill them, or they do HP attacks, which, in this case, like, I took a pretty aggressive approach here to just do as much damage as humanly possible, just get them right through. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't even kill the ads at this point, because they don't really matter. And it was just so much fun to bring this team back, because I know a lot of people are cringing, and sometimes you just need more cringe in your life. Like, this last 10% just was... I was just like, oh my god, it's taking forever. It was taking forever. And I just was like, oh, please just end. And this happened. I saw it, and I freaked the fuck out. Like, I saw it, I was like, oh my god. And then I saw I had Radius call up, and it was still fine. If you have problems with this fight, I recommend... you can't delay them by breaking them, but you can delay them with characters. Cypher is an extremely good choice here. His EX makes it so that they can't gain Brave. So as long as you make sure they don't have Brave before they attack, the minions are fine. Like, he does an absolute buttload of damage. He has defense down. Like, he's a really good choice here. Garland, Burst Aura, perfectly easy, perfectly fine. Like, he also can fulfill the orb as well. Like, there's so many characters that are really good here, but as we say, it's a wrap. This is it, and I had a lot of fun doing this, even though I know a lot of people are cringing. But this is Jenkar, and I hope to see you guys next time. Take care.